Alright, we're gonna do a French tip today on my toes. I've already prepped them with my base coat, which is just my OPI natural base coat. So it gives them kind of a nice shine to them. Keeps them from getting stained too much, especially since I like the darker colors. We're also going to be using the Kiss nail art paint just because this is a good liner for me. And then Bubble Bath OPI. Is it upside down? That's upside down. Because this is basically my skin tone. You'll see with this one, it does take a couple coats to build up, just because it is basically your toes but better. Why is there a cat hair there? So, like, I'll do the first coat, then I'll come back and I'll do my second coat. And I still do somewhat thicker coats that other people would do, just because I like color. Some people are like, no, I just want to keep it natural and just, like, just a sheen. Like, no, I want to not see what my real toes look like sometimes. If you get a little extra, I use the corner of my nail for that. You can also use like a stick or something. It'll be just fine. That's the first coat. And then we'll go with the second coat. You'll see it's trying to pull right in there. So what I'm going to do is just layer on a little bit more so that I'm not dragging the existing one. You can see that one already looks way nicer. It's still trying to flood the nail over here. We're just gonna scoop the rest of that up. See? So much nicer. You'll see I do go back and dip it in, and that's just because I like a lot of color on my toes, but I also don't want to grab so much that it floods the nail and like overwhelms it either. So there's those guys, and we're gonna let them chill over there by my drink while we do this, and that also lets them dry before we do the next shade over top, because that'll keep it from pulling, just generally messing up. And it's just kind of, it's the same process as before. See, I got too much on that one. So you can see how it's kind of already starting to run, so I just clean my brush off and then just move what I have on it. But I'm still going to have to clean up. And there's a thread right in there, so that's lovely. I can go ahead, clean off my brush and just kind of touch up right there. back in for the next one. And then for my toes are always difficult because my pinky toe likes to hide up underneath here. So we just kind of make sure he's pulled out. That you can use a toe separator. You see, you can get it at any Sally Beauty. I have one somewhere. But I'll be honest, my beauty room is a bit of a mess right now, so I got no idea where it is, and it doesn't fit comfortably. So I just acknowledge what I need to watch out for and go from there. I've also been doing my toes for another fiber. I've been doing my toes for, well, lots of years. So I'm kind of familiar with what issues they have and what things I need to watch out for. So kind of as you get more familiar with doing your toes, you get a bit more comfortable with knowing which ones are going to give you more problems. And which ones are going to be fine. So you'll see over here with these, I have this toe likes to hide underneath this guy, and this toe likes to hide underneath that guy. So when they dry, I just make sure that there's no polish right on the end, which you can see right in here. That one's already trying to steal some polish from his buddy. See right in there, and he always does that. So for me, I just, once we're done, either take some nail polish remover, or for me, when it's still tacky, I can take my finger, and then I just want to make sure that this edge still looks cute, which he does. So we're okay there. All right. We're gonna let these guys dry while we do these. And again, this is my striper brush. And the thing, you know, if you end up with one where the lid comes off, but the other one's in there, I just make sure it's off, and then I'll screw it down again, and when I unscrew it, it should be reseated. Yep, and you can see with this one, this is nice because it's got that nice, very thin brush to it. It's not wanting to focus, but there we go. And so this makes life way easier for what we are gonna do. Because now we can take this, go through, just very nicely draw on those lines. And my nails are a little long, usually not, well, my big toe's usually a 2 striper, sometimes 3, so we're gonna fill in the rest of that. Here we go. Don't worry about it being super perfect yet. We're just trying to get the shape right now. So then with these other little toes, they're a little bit better because they are just 1 stripers. Sometimes 2, but Usually if you can do a pretty thick stripe on one, gives you the look that you want. You will see, this is always the hardest, so I always smear a little on the edge. That's okay, we can do a quick cleanup on that. And you'll see on this one, see I have to pull back a little just because he is more difficult. And there's a nice one right in there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a bit more on ours, and we're just going to touch up anything on the big toe. Just to kind of make him a little cleaner. Let him dry over there. Do the next guys. See, for me, so my toes have a strong C curve right at this edge, so it makes it a little bit more difficult to make sure I get everything in there. And then because I'm left-handed, I'm going to start over here with this guy. And you can see because he's more difficult for me, you can show me the other one. And there's always going to be one side that's just more difficult than the other, either because of your handedness, the way that the foot is, because nobody is completely symmetrical. My issue is I usually have my other hand to hold the toes. Today I don't, because I'm holding my phone. See, he just makes life a little bit easier. He's all kinds of to do a little cleanup there. Call them good. And then we let them dry. And this is the part that is the most important, because you want them completely dry before you top coat. So I'm not going to show you guys that, but the top coat that I use is the Seche Vite instant gel effect. So it looks like gel, but it's not gel. But Seche Vite